My encyclical was Centesimus Annus, and I decided to focus on the subject that man is the way of the church because I believe that this subject embodies what the entire encyclical is truly about. The basis for this entire topic is definitely depicted in this quote by John Paul II, where he says, "The church cannot abandon man, and that this man is the primary route that the church must travel in fulfilling her mission, the way traced out by Christ himself." This shows that the church's sole purpose is caring and demonstrating responsibility for man. Man is the only creature that God created with a free will and for his own sake. And with this free will comes responsibilities and duties, and all of church's social doctrine is created for man. So this all truly shows that everything is for man. Man is the center of society, and man is what all church social doctrine is directed towards. And without man, the church doesn't have a purpose. In order to know man, authentic man, man in his fullness, one must know God. This shows that anthropology is pretty much the same as theology because man cannot exist without God, and teaching God's salvation for man directly enriches human dignity. Man is given direction in his life through church doctrine, and without the revelation of God's salvation and his plan for us, we do not have a purpose in life. And man's capability in the world is immense, and if we all join together, we could solve a lot of societal problems and issues in the world. But unfortunately, the idea that anthropology and theology are connected is definitely opposed widely in the world. Abuses of freedom, atheism, and selfishness of man are just a few of the different things that show how man goes against what God intends for him, and he believes that he doesn't need God, and he doesn't need any of that, and he can just do whatever he wants to achieve what he desires in life. The church is aware that the best way to spread their message is through the witness of actions. This means that all men have a call to action. We should have consideration and attention for poverty and awareness of the cry of help for other people in other countries. We should also have love for the poor and see it not as an annoyance and a disturbance in our lives. The most important thing is obviously love, because love comes before all else. We should have kindness for all other people in the world, and we need to realize that we do need to have a change of lifestyle if we want anything in the world to work out for the common good of everyone. It's important to realize that we are not the only people in the world, and that there's an entire world out there, and there are millions of people who don't have the things that we have. We should definitely be more aware of that. The church definitely has a special place in their hearts for the people who are poor, and so should all humankind. The next thing that we're called to do is help promote justice. To achieve justice and to achieve what is right and good in this world, we need the gift of grace from God, and we need our human freedoms. It's important that we don't abuse our human freedoms, and that we realize that this does come from God, and that we should use it to do good. Through the globalization of the economy that's occurring in today's world, we see a lot of corruption, especially in state and agencies. It really seems that they're almost in a dictatorship where they're trying to oversee what's best for the common good, and they're trying to make decisions for us. But this is not the way that it has to be, because all humankind, it's necessary for us to join together as a human family if we actually want to achieve the justice and achieve all of the good things. We can't have a state or agency overseeing it all for us. In conclusion, there is a massive need for change in the society today. All newness and all good things come from God, and there are many people who don't realize that. Society does not need only material goods, but religious and spiritual values. And you can see that as a problem in society, in today's society especially. We focus so much on material goods and on all the resources of this world, and we forget our religious and spiritual values and our responsibilities. Obviously, there are many serious problems going on, not only nationally but also internationally. You can see so much corruption in our societal values with the media and with everything that's going on, and also within the workplace and within economic production and social organization. And the biggest thing that we have to realize is that nothing is going to change for good until we have solidarity and until we decide to unite as human beings and realize that no one is more important and no one has more power than anybody else. Ultimately, the future of the human race and the future of everything is up to us and it's up to man. And the church can say social doctrine, but without man as a witness to carry out these actions, nothing will change. I believe that the most important message in Centesimus Annus is that humans are the necessary instruments for the betterment of the world, and that we need to realize that we need to unify ourselves and we need to bring ourselves together in Christ so that we can carry out his message and make the world a better place.